The San Francisco Giants take 3 out of 4 from the New York Mets and continue to be one of the hottest teams in all of baseball in the month of July. And then this one, guys, the Giants sent 24-year-old rookie left-handed pitcher Connor Menez to make his major league debut, and he turned out a pretty impressive performance, guys. You never know what to expect from a rookie making his debut, but Menez absolutely dealt in this one. He went 5 innings, and in his outing, guys, he did get into trouble in the second inning, but we saw some adversity that he had to go through because he gave up 2 solo home runs in the second inning. And, falling behind 2-0, again, you don't know how a young pitcher is going to respond in that situation, but he continued to persevere and was able to keep his team in the ball game, going 5 innings, allowing 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and he struck out 6 batters. So, very impressive first start for Connor Menez. And, give a huge credit to this Giants bullpen as, they kept this game all the way tied so that Mike Yastrzemski could come up in the bottom of the 12th inning and hit his first ever career walk-off home run. And it was his 9th home run of the season. And what's pretty significant about that, guys, is that Yastrzemski has not played all that many games. Well, I mean, he hasn't been called up for very long. To have already got 9 home runs, that's extremely impressive. I believe he had got called up at the end of May. Now, the Giants were opposing Steven Matz in this one, a 28-year-old left-handed pitcher from the New York Mets. And so he went 6 innings, allowing 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. Now let's get into those offensive statistics of the game for your Giants, guys. Buster Posey had a great game. He went 2 for 3, scoring 2 runs in the game and had a walk. He's now hitting .260 on the year, so you're starting to see that average climb for Posey. So that's a very good sign. And then we saw, guys, another Major League debut, a very exciting one in Zach Green. And I have a background story to tell you about this, guys, because Zach Green, he is a Sacramento native, and he grew up, guys. He played baseball in his younger days with my 2 cousins. My cousins Cole and Evan, they, lived out in Rockland, and so they played baseball in Little League with Zach Green. And so, a full story coming circle here. The 25-year-old Zach Green, he got called up prior to the game against the Mets today, guys, and the Giants made some corresponding moves. I did mention in my other video, guys, in case some of you don't know, but Derek Holland was released, and it was a move that I think happened because, well, the Giants couldn't obviously have 2 long mans in the bullpen because we moved Drew Pomeranz out of the rotation to be a long man, and Farhan Zaidi opted to go in another direction with Holland. Holland had been struggling, so, obviously it's a tough one because of how well he pitched for us last year, but sometimes, you have to do these things. And then also Ryder Jones was designated for assignment. We did see, some flashes of him over the last few years, but never really able, I think, to really put it together to be, just an extremely all-star type, or just really be a, consistent player day in and day out. But Zach Green gets the call up, the 25-year-old, and he absolutely delivers, guys, in his first game. He goes 2 for 3 in the game, scoring 2 runs. He goes 2 for 3, knocks an RBI, and his RBI was so crucial because the Giants were trailing at that point in the game. It was 2-1 Mets in the 4th inning when Zach Green came up, knocks this RBI double, guys, to tie the game at 2. So, couldn't be more excited for the likes of Zach Green. And, of course, Mike Yastrzemski, like I mentioned, his 9th home run, a walk-off to send the Giants to the victory in this one in 12 innings, their 3rd extra innings victory of the series. And if you count an extra innings victory in Colorado, that's 4 of them now. Now, you would think that the Giants are going to be tired, but when you're winning a lot of ball games like they are, that definitely eases, those tired feelings in your body. So, guys, wanted to go over some of the stats for Zach Green. If we look at his type of production, what he was doing in AAA Sacramento, he definitely forced the Giants' hand to make a corresponding move in this case. Zach Green in 64 games played, guys, and 225 at-bats. He hit 302. He had 68 hits, knocking 23 home runs and 59 RBIs. Those are some big-time stats, and I believe he had over 2,000 minor league at-bats. Now, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of professional level, you get 2,000 at-bats, I mean, you're going to learn how to hit, you know. All of that muscle movement, that muscle memory, your body's going to get acclimated to things. And so, you know, couldn't be more excited for Zach Green and, you know, excited to see what he can continue to do and, you know, how he can help contribute to this team as, you know, we continue to just be on a phenomenal hot streak. In the month of July, the best team in baseball. And now it looks like, guys, the talks of being sellers at the July 31st trade deadline, seems like those talks are, with each day, those talks are eroding faster and faster. And, you know, that's even more good news when you think of that. Madison Bumgarner could potentially be staying, and, you know, we could be trying to get Bruce Bochy a one last final playoff ride, guys, as we want to send Bochy off into retirement, into the sunset, guys, with a great, phenomenal last season. So you're seeing these Giants players, man, the heart, the hustle, you know, the ability to come back in games. I mean, it's just been so phenomenal. So now let's get into the scoring of how the game played out. So like I was saying, in that second inning, Connor Menez allowing 2 solo home runs. The first one coming from Michael Conforto. It was his 18th home run of the season, giving the Mets a 1-0 lead at that point. And then Ahmad Rosario, he hit a solo blast also in the second inning, his 11th home run of the season, to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. Now, in the bottom of the second inning, guys, the Giants would get on the board. We would instrument a comeback as Brandon Crawford would knock an RBI single, cutting the Mets lead to 2-1. And in the bottom of the fourth inning, as I mentioned earlier, Zach Green coming up with that clutch RBI double to tie the game at 2. And then the bullpen would keep things scoreless. Let's get into that bullpen of how we got to the bottom of the 12th. So after the 5 innings from Connor Menez, the Giants brought in Reyes Maranta, who pitched an inning. He allowed 1 walk, did not allow a hit, struck out 1 batter. He lowered his season ERA on the year to 2.58. Following Reyes Maranta was Tony Watson, guys. He went an inning, he struck out a batter, did not allow a hit or a walk. He has an ERA now of 2.88 on the year. Following Tony Watson was Sam Dyson, continuing to have an amazing season, guys. He went an inning, struck out a batter, did not allow a hit or a walk as well, and he has a 2.63 ERA on the season. Following him was Will Smitty, guys. He went an inning, he did not allow a hit or he allowed 1 walk and struck out 2 batters. Will Smith now with a 2.55 ERA on the year. And then we saw Mark Melancon come in after him, guys. 2 innings pitched, allowing 1 hit, striking out 1 batter, and did not allow a walk. Now Melancon with a 3.83 ERA on the year. So again, Melancon, in the beginning of the year, we've seen him do very well. Then he started to struggle a little bit. So now hopefully, you know, starting to turn things around again for Mark Melancon. And then Trevor Gott, guys, came in also. He pitched an inning, allowing 1 hit, no walks, with 2 strikeouts. Gott now with a 3.73 ERA. So if we were going to look at, guys, how many innings the bullpen had, they pitched 7 innings and did not allow a single earned run. So, you know, definitely they gave the Giants every opportunity for this offense to be able to win this game. And then as we went to that bottom of the 12th inning, Mike Yastrzemski with the walk-off, sending the Giants to the victory, and 3 out of 4 from the Mets. So exciting, guys. And so now let's look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco Giants next game. The Chicago Cubs are going to be coming to town. It is going to be a great series, especially trying to get some redemption from the Cubs. As you guys know, they knocked us out of the playoffs back in the 2016 National League Division Series. So the Giants are going to be sending rookie right-hander Shaun Anderson to the mound in the opener, and he is going to be opposing Alex Mills, a 27-year-old right-handed pitcher from the Chicago Cubs. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button. I very much appreciate all of your guys' feedback. I love to read your comments and interact with you guys as much as I possibly can. And it really helps support my channel. So I thank you guys so much. Comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion and your perspective on all things San Francisco Giants. What are your guys' thoughts following the 3 extra innings victories against the Mets, taking 3 out of 4, and just this recent hot streak from the Giants? And do you guys think that we should be moving into buyers, potentially trying to make some moves, possibly acquiring a power-hitting outfielder with controllable time beyond this season, so that we can have him for many years to come? So it's going to be so exciting to see what goes on at this deadline. But, there's a lot of moves that Farhan Zaidi can make. We can trade a Will Smith because, I believe we have a number of capable pitchers that could step in and take over that closer role if Will Smith was to get traded. And of course, we have a lot of our other relievers that could haul in a pretty decent return of prospects. And then also, what do you guys think of Madison Bumgarner? The topic that's keep rolling around, but we are going to find out pretty soon here what's going to happen. I hope we re-sign him. I hope he stays. But again, unless somebody offers like a king's ransom and, it's a return that you can't pass up, so that remains to be seen. So until next time, guys, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.